Roxstars, long time no see. I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Potomac Season 1, Episode 4. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, let's talk about the shit that don't really matter at first. Jazelle meets up with her ex-husband, Pastor Bryant. Okay, they seem like they have a pretty cool enough relationship. Okay, she said the marriage was good until it wasn't good anymore. Okay, Pastor Jamal, okay, he had a little proclivity for the young ladies in the congregation. I understand that he done got some people pregnant. Okay, he was fucking around, he was dipping and all of that. I'm actually surprised that he came on the show, considering he is a prominent pastor that is really trying to fight for this whole civil rights and all of that right now. So to see him on a show like this, that's kind of trivial and not showing him in the best light, I'm actually surprised to see him there. But he seems like a cool enough guy. Washington, D.C., obviously everybody knows who he is. And, because people were waving at him while he was sitting there talking to Jazelle. But like I said, they seem like they have a good relationship. She said that no matter what has happened, they're family and she's glad. Okay, so she has respect for him. He has respect for her. Shit just didn't work out. I guess they got 3 little girls out of the bargain. So she seems to be happy. And did Jamal Bryant, did he remarry? Does anybody know that? Then we see Karen at flight school. Karen and Jazelle, they actually go to this flight school because I guess Karen is empty nesting now. Her kids one is gone to college and the other one is about to go to college. And, she's just ready to try some new things now. So I assume her husband is busy making his millions. And so she needs to find something to do as well. So she wants a pilot's license. They go to the flight school and they sit down, and while they waiting for the instructor to come out, they get to talking about Ashley. And, Jazelle's just like, bitch had us drinking whiskey at the bottom of the damn basement. And, Karen, she just doesn't know how to entertain. Let me get my face right. She just doesn't know how to entertain mature woman. It don't have the same effect. We ain't got no makeup on. I don't look, Anyway, Karen says that, you know what? I'ma still work with Ashley. I see a lot of myself in Ashley. And I was like, I imagine that she does, okay? She married this old ass man. She didn't have no money. The man had a whole bunch of money. The husband is what upgraded the damn wife. Same situation as Karen. So Karen feels like, you know what? All she needs is a little fine tuning, a little refinement. She gonna be just fine. And then, we get the cute little scene where Karen and Jazelle go out to the plane. Okay, what year is this plane? It's 2000. Okay, Karen was just like, damn it, I ain't getting up in this plane without praying on it. She get a little holy water, douse it, and then she say her prayer. Later on, we see her and Uncle Jessup, Daddy, and the baby girl. They get on down there, and I thought it was cute still. Karen, she's excited about getting in the plane. I was like, girl, you a better person than me, because I am terrified of heights and them little teeny tiny planes, them old propeller engines. Y'all, one time I flew to San Diego, and I swear for God, it had 19 seats. I could see the pilot through a little curtain, and I felt like the shit was windy. I was just like, is the shit about to blow apart? I don't want to be on a plane where I can see the damn pilot, okay? I want it to be a metal door there. I don't want it to be a little sheet that's hanging down. I say, yeah, Roxanne ain't for this life. But, she was excited. She gets up there. The husband and the daughter, they proud of her. I was like, that is pretty cool. Karen, she was cool in this episode, don't y'all think? And then Robyn, you guys, we already know Robyn's issue. Her and her husband have money problems, or her and her ex-husband. They're selling their house. They're selling off assets. They're just trying to do a lot to get their money back together. So she's gone back to work, and she works in PR and public relations, is what I believe. And, she's trying to juggle being a mommy and all of that. So, I guess it happens. I mean, it's sad, but yeah, it happens. When you hear about NBA players who weren't big stars, like after they stop playing, like what happens then? They just go get a regular job somewhere? I mean, I imagine that it would be hard to go from NBA salary even if you were the lowest paid NBA salary, is still way more than, a high paying job somewhere else. So, no, Robyn, I swear it sounds just like Jennifer Williams to me, just a lighter skinned version, okay, with the real eyes. Because Jennifer in these damn contact lenses fixing to wear me the fuck out, you guys. She looks like her and she sounds like her to me. Doesn't she a little bit? Y'all just keep looking at her. Now, Katie, you guys, I already know I don't like Katie. I just don't like her. I do not like Katie. I'm just putting it on the record right now. She got her wild ass kids, and her and Ashley at a park. Ashley wants to have kids someday, and she seems to believe that she's good with all kids, so she's like, I'm gonna go and meet them out and play. Of course, Katie's kids are not having it because they will not stop crying. They don't want her to touch her. I was just like, okay, them the kind of babies that be like, no, nobody fucking want you either. Don't take these old crying ass. I can't stand crybaby kids. I would rather they just stare at me and just look at me like something was wrong, but all that crying, Ashley, I guess she don't have a baby whisper skills with these kids here. So the kids go off with the nanny. They sit down, they talk. Katie was just like, so what did you think about the girls? I heard you guys all had a good time at the whiskey thing. And Ashley was just like, yeah, you know what? I actually like all of them. I thought I was going to have a problem with them. I was able to talk to Jazelle about her calling me a thought, and she apologized. Katie was just like, oh, okay, well, that's good. And she was just like, yeah, I did a little research. I usually Google people. And I found out that Robyn, okay, her and her husband are about to declare bankruptcy. Okay, and I guess the house is in foreclosure and that they have $25 in their account. I said, where the fuck was you Googling where you were able to see what somebody got in their damn bank account? That shit ain't public record nowhere. So you was being extra messy. You had been read somebody had been put something out there, or you was just assuming on your own. But you know what? This whole thing with this $25 in the account, I was just like, oh God. But Katie was just like, really? Oh my God, I didn't know that. And we're going to talk more about that a little bit later. Let's get back to Katie and Andrew, you guys. She's portraying herself so desperately on this show. I wonder if she realizes her strong arming is not the most desirable, not the most attractive, just not a good look. Evidently, Andrew is going out of town, and because he is, the kind that don't quite do what she want him to do, fuck it, while he out of town, she just gonna rearrange that. This his place. I'm thinking that was their place together, or maybe her place. But she and her kids moved in with him. I'm telling you, that Andrew's a stand-up guy. He done took in a whole lot. Okay, 4 damn kids, basically. Since he won't change his room and let me have like a me room, I'm gonna do it while he's gone. So she has these movers come and move all of his room, his workout equipment from one of his spare bedrooms, I guess. She has him move it all the way down to the basement. And then she puts up in that room pictures of her and the kids. Okay, it looks like a little boudoir, little boudoir mirror, and something. It's like and it's called the Mrs. Room. So all his shit gone. I think she painted everything and kind of just threw his shit down in the damn basement and just didn't do. I was just like, she is really the most. Okay. And of course, when he comes back, he's just like, oh, like, I don't really think that this was like a really good idea, for you to just kind of wait for me to go. I mean, he's talking to her like that. I'd have cussed that bitch out. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have cursed her out, but it'd have been a whole bunch of curse words, you guys. Like, why the fuck you think that you can just turn my house completely upside down, do what you want in the 4 damn days while I'm gone, you sneaky ass. You doing all of this to my damn house. But of course he doesn't really say anything, and her whole thing is just like, oh well, oh my God, if she marries him, she is gonna run all over him. He is not gonna have no life. I hope he knows what he's getting himself into. I see that she's a beautiful black woman, okay, and obviously he's blinded by that, okay, because I guess she just fuck him to death, and she'll get him to do whatever the hell she want him to do, because it seems like all she got to do is, kind of just give him a kiss or do a little extra for him, and then, the nigga fall in line. So let's skip over to Charisse. So Charisse is home with her kids. She tells us that her husband had come to visit because her son had a basketball game, and then when the game was over and she didn't carried herself off to La La Land. Okay, brother man left, bounced. She's talking to her friend and she's just telling her, like, it's just, he's never here. And I don't really know what's going on here. And the friend was just like, well, you deserve to be happy. Charisse, like a lot of women, want to keep their family together for the sake of the children. We also have to know that it's because of the money. She didn't have any before, and now she has it, so she's able to live a certain way, but she's not happy in the fact that her husband is not there, okay? That she said that they had a really good relationship back in the day when they didn't even have much. And now that they do, he stays in Jersey. She's in Washington, D.C., and it's upsetting. While she's talking to her friend, honey, I saw that ugly face cry coming. I was like, girl, don't do it. But honey, she was like, oh, that face was so ugly, and it was real, okay? She could not quite get it together. I mean, the friend was like trying to get over there to her to cover up that face a little bit. I felt really sorry for her because there's nothing worse than seeing your marriage fall apart and you feeling like you can't do nothing about it. She doesn't want to get a divorce because it would be a lot that she would have to give up. And we already know that she's into appearances, obviously. She's in a bad place right now. And yeah, the woman in me, the wife in me, okay, I felt for her at that time. She said that she's lonely and nothing is worse than being in a relationship and still feeling alone. You might as well do that by your damn self, right? I mean, at least you won't have the stress of worrying and wondering where this person is and why they're not with you. I mean, you might as well be by yourself if that's the point. So yeah, it's all bad. Later on, she has the girls over to her house. Well, it's Katie and Jazelle and Karen. And again, the conversation is about Ashley. Jazelle tells us that Ashley told her that her man had a big dick. Okay. Ashley is just young, you guys, and kind of unfiltered. So the shit that she says, she just doesn't realize that she shouldn't say it. Some people say it's a free spirit, all of that. Yeah, but there's a time and a place for everything, okay? So I could kind of see how Ashley would kind of rub some people the wrong way. And see, they didn't show all of that originally. All they showed was Jazelle having a problem with Ashley, but we didn't really understand why. But I think we're going to see more of the reason why they kind of like, oh, that Ashley in the future. We also find out that this little soiree that Katie is bisexual, or at least that was a phase that she was going through when she was modeling, okay? Because she had mentioned earlier when she was telling us about, fixing up Andrew's house, that the nanny is gay and that she loves that because she just loves her energy. I was like, okay, a little face in the place, what did they say, kitty clickish, whatever you want to call it. Like, girl, you a little too excited about her being a lesbian. While Katie's running her mouth about her being gay, she also lets them know that Ashley was Googling them and that she found out that Robyn was going into foreclosure in her house and that, she only had $25 in her account. And the girls are just like, what? She's Googling us. Look, let me just kind of say what I feel about this Googling thing. I think a lot of people get Googled. I think the difference is usually you don't tell the people that you Googled. Okay? That's why I said that Ashley is a little unfiltered and kind of just says shit and don't realize that she shouldn't. Maybe she thought she was telling Katie this in confidence, and that Katie wouldn't run back and tell them. But if you're going to Google somebody, just Google it. Get the information and save it in the storage up in here for when you gonna need it. But when you start telling people that you Googled them, then it's just like, why? I mean, they're not a celebrity. Why are you researching on them? But I understand that people are just curious and you just want to do it just to see. But yeah, that would probably bother the average person if they just outright told you they Googled you and then they found out you had fucking $25 in your account. Really? So the girls are just like, oh no, so she's Googling us, we're gonna have to talk to her about that. I mean, she just obviously doesn't know, Karen is still trying to take out for her. It's just like, she just doesn't know better. And that's when Charisse decides to let the girls know that her marriage is falling apart and she just needs them right now. Okay, they didn't know. They're all just like, I was like, I bet you that Ashley knew. They tell her they didn't know, and I'm just thinking to myself like, okay, so Karen says she's been knowing Charisse for years. Jazelle been knowing her for years. How is it that we didn't watch the damn show for 3 fucking hours? Okay, 3 episodes. This is on the 4th episode. We been knew from the first one. And why y'all didn't know? Okay, maybe that was for the show. But they all tell her that they gonna be there for her, whatever. They hug it out. So that was a nice enough scene. I guess we gonna see, like I said, what happens with Charisse. She's still not my favorite, but at this point, I don't like Katie way more than I don't like Charisse. Now, Ashley is having this party. I forgot to tell you guys earlier that Ashley is having this birthday party. It's supposed to be an animal themed party. I guess she was like, old bitches love them some animal print, okay? But Karen was just like, bitch, I ain't wearing no fucking animal print. Nothing. But she's having this birthday party and invited all the girls. Before they even can get there, Jazelle calls Robyn and tells her that Ashley had Googled her and found out that she didn't have any money in her account and that the house was in foreclosure. So Robyn is mad. Okay, I would be mad too if somebody was just blatantly going into my business and then telling every fucking body. So Robyn was just like, now I don't even know if I want to come to this party. They get to the party, everybody's there, you know, Karen and her husband. Karen actually looks good. Karen actually needs to keep her hair light because when she was on Watch What Happens Live, she didn't look as old as she does when she has that dark hair in. And so she needs to, I think that that lighter hair is a better look for Karen. But you know, Karen and Uncle Jessup Daddy get there. Jazelle gets there. Katie and her man there. And they cannot keep their hands off of each other. I cannot stand people who do stuff like that. I mean, I understand that, you know, sometimes shit get a little hot and heavy. Okay? But all night, that shit would have got on my fucking nerves so bad. And then the bad thing about it is when you say something, people be like, you just mad because you ain't over there with your man like that. No, that is not why I'm mad. I'm mad because I don't feel like fucking seeing you guys dry humping each other all goddamn night. Go do that shit somewhere else. So Robyn finally does show up and she has an attitude, which I feel like she has every right to have one. She is not really comfortable. She and Jazelle go off to the bar. And she just tells Jazelle, like, I don't know where Ashley is, and when she gets here, I'm going to talk to her. Now, Ashley, she get there, her and her old-ass fucking husband. Okay? I don't know why old men try to dress young. Like, I was just like, well, he'd have done better just doing just like Karen's husband and putting on a suit and calling it a day. This, whatever the fuck he had on, I said, but he seemed like he there. He happy to be there with his woman. Ashley was just like, where's Jazelle and Robyn? And Karen said, I think they went to the bathroom or the bar or something. So Ashley's like, okay, well, let me go find them. So she goes over to Robyn and Robyn confronts her like, I understand that you're Googling me. What is it that you're trying to find out? I'd rather you just ask me. Ashley was just like, I just wanted to Google because I feel like you were standoffish and kind of mean to me, so I figured it was something going on in your personal life that made you act that way, which I was just like, bitch, you really trying it. Don't say no shit like that to me. Whatever the fuck is going on in my personal life has nothing to do with you. If I'm acting funny towards you, this is because I don't like you. That is all it is. So the computer is about to die, but I'm almost done. So anyway, Robyn was just like, look, I've had a whole lot of shit going on in my life. People have done me wrong and I build up a wall and I don't trust folks very easily. So that's the reason why I act the way that I do. Okay, so I'd appreciate you not doing that shit no more. Ashley was like, well, I can see where it seems like it would be hurtful, but I wasn't trying to do it to hurt you. And Jazelle was just like, how can you sit up here and fix your mouth to say that you Googled somebody, but you wasn't trying to hurt them? You telling every fucking body. Like, that don't even make no sense. But like I said, you guys, Ashley is kind of young and she's a kind of immature young. So I think that we can kind of remember how we were. Some of us can remember how we were at that age. Robyn, I think, was able to, she was like, I'm annoyed with her, but I'm not mad. She better watch the fuck out from here on out. But yeah, I'm not going to hold it up against her because she's young and she obviously doesn't know better. So I thought it was cool that Robyn actually confronted her. Okay, we didn't let this shit smolder and simmer for weeks and weeks and weeks. And let's just get this shit out in the open right now. Don't Google me. At least if you're going to do it, don't tell no damn body else. Whatever you find out, you hold on to that shit. Okay, so I actually respected Robyn a lot for doing that. Because we know that these girls on these shows a lot of times will just let shit grow and grow and grow. So she goes back to the table and, you know, the girls are all celebrating. They're having a good time again. We see Katie and Andrew. Like I said, she just keeps them drunk on her fuck. Just always kissing them, tongue, mouth open. Oh, I was just like, oh my God. Okay. But then it comes time for Ashley to blow out the candles on her cake. You guys, what was that old bootleg ass? It wasn't even a grocery store cake. It was like her mom had done really made the cake. I was like, now if we millionaires like this, I'm gonna need the cake to come from a bakery some damn where. And then after the cake blowing out. She goes and gets her gift, and it's a convertible Porsche, okay? When Katie jumped her ass in there, I was like, bitch, you don't get your ass up out of my fucking car, ain't nobody's ass print gonna be in there before mine, okay? But Katie was just like, oh, she has the husband, and she has the gifts, and she has the money. And she said that sometimes she wishes she had what Ashley had. I was like, not sometimes, bitch, all the damn time. So when Ashley was pulling off in her Porsche, she tells Andrew that that's what she wants. Okay. And Andrew was like, you can't drive that damn thing. It ain't got 7 fucking seats. All right, you guys. Yeah, it's about to die. So let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.